The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. 15 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
Yeah, those are always easy points. I mean, when you can get to the line and knock them down, sometimes that's the difference in the game, Clark.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Carrying in the backcourt, it's Walker and Henderson. And Stevenson is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the basket good. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
These two teams, guys, look so evenly matched to me. I think this could go right down to the wire.
Here's Kobe. Andrew Bogut making his last shot. They get it back. Randall. And he makes good on the layup. Randall's got 7 points.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him. Julius Randle had a great freshman season at Kentucky. Amazingly consistent and dominant at times. But he still saw his stock fall a little bit. Concerns about his lack of length. He struggled at times to finish oversized. He didn't come up with a great number of steals or block shots. And the question is, will he be undersized or a defensive liability at the pro level? We'll see, but I think he's going to be a productive pro.
Young's shot is off.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
Here's Walker. That's good. He's got 7.
Getting off on the right track here early to start the half with some penetration.
Lakers trailed by 3. Pass to Kobe. Kicks to Young. And it's sent back by Bogut.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And it's Kobe missing. Charlotte leading by 5. 9 feet out. That one wide left.
Now still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3 even before that miss.
And there's the pass to Black from downtown. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. The 4th spot held by the Lakers.
I tell you what, if you had to pick one stat, at least on the offensive side of the ball, that benefits your team, this is it. I mean, when you're amongst the league leaders in assists, you're doing a lot of good things. Not just making shots, but you're moving your teammates and you're moving the basketball.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Gerald Henderson.
Well, what better way to retire the Bobcats name than to go out and make the playoffs for only the 2nd time under that nickname. Good job by Charlotte last year, and now it's back to being the Hornets.
And although Charlotte Clark got knocked out in 4 against the Heat, they had some good games last year in that postseason.
Well, they did, and the injury to Al Jefferson, though, Kevin, really kind of sabotaged their ability to really compete with the Heat. So they weren't able to break the postseason winless streak, but the team is certainly headed in the right direction.
Charlotte leading by 5. Walker the pass to Chalmers. Back to Walker. On the wing, Stevenson. Now, here's Chalmers. He's got 8, 5 on the clock, and he gets the bucket. Bogut's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hornets.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Here's Clarkson. 6 points for him. A floater. Here's Black. The Hornets pull it in. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Stevenson drives in. That is good. And now it's a 9-point Hornets lead.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Here's Clarkson, guarded by Walker. Here's Black. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And now a look at Lance Stevenson. Some stats on him. Good season for him last year. Put up about 14 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. I'm sure he's happy with the way things have been going. Those are some nice, steady numbers.
Well, how could he be unhappy about him, Steve? I mean, he'd probably like to see just a little more of an uptick in him, just the same, but nothing to not be content about there.
Ed Davis is checked in for Randall. Biombo is checked in for the Hornets. Chalmers dishes to Biombo. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The drive by Bryant, and that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. 17 points for Kobe Bryant.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Chalmers' shot is no good. Lakers trailed by 6. Kobe kicks to Clarkson. Wants to get it to Kobe and does. Rejected by Walker, and they're able to recover.
A look here at last year in the NBA, where the Hornets ranked. First in fewest turnovers per game, 4th in opponent points per game, and they were top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's a good indicator of a team getting it done defensively.
And this is a smart team, Clark, because you talked about the turnovers, #1 in the league in terms of fewest mistakes. And that's when they were at their best, when they controlled the action offensively. They were able to execute without making mistakes. And
How about that, basketball fan?
Beautiful.
Wow. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun. Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Nobody near Stevenson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Young passes to Lynn. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by Bryant.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Well, Cody Zeller out of Indiana, the younger brother of Tyler Zeller, who was drafted in 2012. And Cody at 6'11", played center for the Hoosiers. More of a power forward, though, at the NBA level.
Young against Chalmers. And Young kicks to Hill. Cannot hit. Hornets leading by 9. Now Zeller. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Stevenson's got 3 assists now in this one. LA's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
Even though Charlotte was able to climb back into relevancy in the East last year, they still had trouble dealing with those strong teams out west.
Johnson, he's checked in for Young. The Hornets also changing it up. Allen Bear comes in for Biombo. And it's Henderson for Mario Chalmers. And that is good.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. And Charlotte isn't alone when it comes to East teams having trouble with the Western Conference.
Yeah, they were 13-17 last year against the West. You know, the former Bobcats, current Hornets. But, you know, if they can get that number to around 500 this year, they'll have a great chance to move up in the Eastern picture.
And it's Davis with the jam. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Kobe kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Stevenson. And now Stevenson running the floor all by himself. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Talk about great numbers for Henderson. 19 points and also a block shot. The assists have been coming for him, along with putting some numbers up from the foul line, too.
A very unselfish play from him. He's been really a tremendous factor in this game.
Well, Gerald Henderson is not the most lethal outside shooter, but I really like the way he's learning to move without the ball. He's very opportunistic with his cuts whenever his defender turns his head.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Hoosiers checked in.
shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
Charlotte leading by 9. Stevenson dishes to Dallenberg. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Stevenson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And Henderson most comfortable, it seems, as Steve shooting from the corners.
Yeah, like most players, Kevin, that's the easier shot, 22 feet instead of 23.9. He shot a good percentage from there. Not really a long-range shooter per se, which is why you didn't see him, shoot effectively from the top of the circle or on the wings.
1:09 left in the 3rd. Feeds it to Stevenson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Soft touch off the glass. Stevenson's got the lead up to 11 now for Charlotte.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Back to Lynn, trying to find Boozer, and he does now. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Carlos Boozer amnestied by the Bulls this offseason after 4 years in Chicago. They still have to pay his salary, Steve, but it doesn't count against their cap.
Yeah, that's been rumored for a couple of years, and it finally came true, Kevin. So a new team for Boozer, looking to bounce back after what was one of the worst seasons of his career, at least statistically.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Young comes in for Wesley Johnson, and it's Clarkson in for Jeremy Lin. Here's Boozer. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Boozer's got 6 here in this quarter. Hornets leading by 9. On the wing, Stevenson. Stevenson left side. Here's Henderson. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Young. He's got 9. Here's Bryant. With 4 seconds on the clock. Good if it goes. No good. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Hornets ahead, leading by 9. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter.
The new season in the NBA rolls on. Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist to the game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what he does. This is the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
Randall and Boozer are down low. Bryant is out there with Clarkson, and it's Young in at the 3. That's the Laker 5.
Draymond Green was the 35th pick back in 2012, and he's made an impact thus far with his defense, rebounding, and great IQ for the game. And I like his competitive spirit, too. He helps you win in a lot of ways.
And Green, more of an offensive player at Michigan State. I think he's still adjusting to the added distance on the NBA three-point arc, but shot it really well in the playoffs last year, so just getting better and better every year.
And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Yep, right through the net. Bryant's got 21 in the game. Hornets leading by 9. Outside, Walker. Bogut sets a screen for Stevenson. Back to Walker. There's the triple. The Lakers with the rebound. And Green very vocal, very outspoken. He's occasionally rubbed, in fact, opponents the wrong way.
Yeah, never shy about contact.